This is Carolina Haints. Carolina Haints presents Folk, a show about our stories. I'm your host, Dan Sellers. Uptown Charlotte is all glass and skyline these days, polished steel and restaurants stacked above old trolley tracks. But at the corner of North Tryon and 6th Street, there's one building that refuses to blend in with the modern city around it. That's the Dunhill Hotel, one of Charlotte's last greatest haunted landmarks. The Dunhill opened its doors in 1929, back when it was known as the Mayfair Manor. Designed in the neoclassical style, it was meant to bring a touch of the New York sophistication to a small southern city. But the Great Depression hit not long after, and as the decades went on, the building changed hands and changed names until it finally found its way back to its original charm, and some say its original ghosts. During a major renovation in the 1980s, workers made a discovery that's now a huge part of Charlotte's ghost lore. Hidden deep in an elevator shaft, they found a human skeleton. No one ever figured out who it was or how it got there. And after that, the stories began. Guests reported footsteps in empty hallways, the sounds of knocking at the door when no one was there, and the feeling of being watched, particularly on the 9th floor. One room in particular, room 906, became the center of it all. According to hotel staff, that room has had more complaints, cancellations, and unexplained disturbances than any other. People say the lights flicker, the TV turns on by itself, and there's often a cold, perfumed draft that moves through the room like someone passing by. One housekeeper said she once felt a hand brush her shoulder as she made the bed, but when she turned around, of course, the room was empty. Late-night guests of the Dunhill have seen a man in a dark suit standing by the window, looking down on Tryon Street, or a woman in 1930s clothing, sitting in the lobby, before vanishing. Most folks chalk it up to overactive imaginations, but even skeptics admit the Dunhill has a peculiar atmosphere. Maybe it's the history layered into the walls, or maybe it's because for nearly a century, the building has seen its fair share of tragedy and change. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the Dunhill remains a piece of old Charlotte that refuses to fade. And if you ever spend the night there, maybe, just maybe, you'll hear the elevator creak around 3 a.m., carrying more than just guests between the floors. This episode was brought to you by Wreak Havoc Productions and Carolina Haints Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving and promoting folklore storytelling throughout the Carolinas. You can find everything we're up to, including our books, podcast episodes, and appearances at carolinahaints.com. We'll be back next week with a new episode. Tune in then to help us keep the folklore tradition of oral storytelling alive.